Welcome to the Multi-Orgasmic Mama podcast, where sexy motherhood taboos are broken. I'm Tilly Storm, holistic sex and jade egg coach and tantric sex teacher, all-around pleasure and prosperity advocate, and mama of two. If you are looking to get the spark back in your sex life and relationship, if you'd like to revive desire and feel sexy again without hormones, years of therapy, or trying things that don't feel authentic in the bedroom, then download my free Ignite Your Desire e-guide at www.tillystorm.com/e-guide. This episode is brought to you by the Sensually Embodied Woman Collective. If you're ready to remove all your blocks to pleasure, turn on and feeling confident and sexy in your body through my paid programs and offerings, then head to www.tillystorm.com today. Welcome back, Hot Mamas. Today is all about free speech in and out of the bedroom, because if 2021 has shown me anything yet, it is that our freedom to say what we want to say when we want to say it is under attack. And in case you haven't noticed, even though we women have the freedom to say what we want to say when we want to say it in the bedroom, we generally don't. So why? Okay, let's talk about free speech for a sec and why this is so important to me. Just in October 2020, I had to create an entire new website with a whole new domain name because I literally couldn't share a single link from my website to Facebook, Instagram, or even in a private message with someone, because Facebook deemed my website against their community guidelines. And in June 2019, I had my old Instagram account deactivated with absolutely no warning and no explanation after emailing Instagram over 20 times over the course of several months. And then when I tried running Facebook ads last year for the first time, I couldn't get a single ad to go through about pleasure or sensuality or desire without watering down my message so much that the ad wasn't even about intimacy and desire and pleasure anymore. And I can't even count the number of times that my posts have either been deleted or I've gone in Facebook jail for saying something that they didn't like. Yep, that's right. Someone who helps people heal from their negative sexual conditioning and trauma has gotten censored, banned, and deplatformed for being an empowering voice to women all over the world. If that doesn't make you mad, So if you think this attack by big business on free speech is just about political rhetoric, well, I want you to think again, because if you live in America, your freedom of speech is under serious jeopardy. And if you have anything to say that might help empower women in an alternative way, well, you better fight for it. The whole reason I have a podcast is because this is the least censored way to get my message across. And I'm not telling you any of this because I feel like a victim or because I want you to feel bad for me or I want you to do anything. I mean, you could subscribe to the podcast so you actually could stay in touch with me, but no, I am telling you this because it's so important that you not only use your voice to say what you want to say in and out of the bedroom, but that you get so used to saying exactly what's real for you and speaking your truth that you fight for your right to do so. Your truth is power. When women tell me that they don't know what they want and like in the bedroom, often it's because they haven't really discovered their own truth about themselves, and they got sexually wired through experiences with other people instead of really giving themselves time and the space to figure things out on their own and for themselves. Most of us, our sexual experiences are with others, especially if you're a woman, long before we ever start to self-pleasure or masturbate. And maybe when you were little you did, but most of your sexual wiring ends up happening with a partner, and it doesn't really give you time to figure out your body and what you want and you like for yourself. So women end up adopting someone else's views of what they should want and like, according to porn or the media or anything else, and how to live their life on what should feel pleasurable to them, but they never question if someone else's truth was actually their own. They've just been following everyone else's truth until maybe one day when you go through a divorce or breakup or some big life transition, stepping into motherhood, you realize that following someone else's truth wasn't yours and you need to find your own and speak your own truth. Well, This is relevant for any of you listening, whether, you're a business owner like me, or whether you just want to be able to say what you want and like and stop censoring your truth when it comes to teaching others how to pleasure you and speaking your truth in general. So with that said, here are 5 ways to stop censoring yourself in and out of the bedroom. The first one is to understand that your truth is power. If you don't know your truth, if you don't know who you are deep down, you don't get to create a life by design. You get to end up being reactive to your life and not consciously creating a proactive life that you create, right? So if you know your truth, if you really know who you are and you have explored yourself and you have questioned your upbringing, if you've questioned other people's truths that you have adopted, this makes you powerful because then it gives you the power to create the life that you want to create for yourself apart from what other people tell you that you should do. And the second way to stop censoring yourself in and out of the bedroom is to work through shame, guilt, or fear around your truth. So most of us, well, maybe not most, but many of us that do know our truth, we do know who we are deep down. We struggle with either shame, guilt, or fear around speaking it, because that means that if we do, maybe we won't be received well, maybe people will fall away, maybe we will create arguments, maybe, we just won't be met in our truth. And that can be utterly terrifying sometimes. So the third way that you can stop censoring yourself in and out of the bedroom is to start small when the outcome is insignificant. So if you begin to discover your truth and you start to speak it in small little bursts when it doesn't really matter whether or not the person is going to reject you or whatever, then it starts to help you build courage inside to begin speaking your truth in bigger and bigger doses on things that might seem a little more scary to mention. So the fourth way that you can stop censoring yourself in and out of the bedroom is to know that some people aren't going to like it, and that's okay. Your truth will polarize people, and it will polarize people so that the right ones will become magnetic to you and the wrong ones will fall away and go bye-bye. So if you have struggled with, worrying about whether or not the right people are going to be in your field or whether or not people are going to receive your truth, don't worry about it, because that means that the right ones will be magnetized to it even more, and the ones that don't like it, you're not going to have to deal with them anymore. So the fifth way to stop censoring yourself in and out of the bedroom is to build your courage muscle as you begin speaking bigger and bolder truths, and eventually you free yourself. So if you want to embody what I'm teaching here, instead of just listening to me talk and thinking, well, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, I'll do that. And then you never actually take action. You never actually stop censoring yourself. You don't really even know who you are deep down inside. And even if you do, then you have so much fear, shame, and guilt around speaking your wants and desires, sexually or otherwise, then you need someone to help guide you through this, through the shame, guilt, and fear around your truth itself. And that is exactly what we do in the Essentially Embodied Woman program. So if that sounds like something that you want to work with and you want to make 2021 your year of pleasure and to stop censoring yourself in ways that, make you feel like you're not really being you in the world and you want to step into deeper and deeper truths about yourself, then early bird registration ends February 2nd with an extended 6-month payment plan that will go away after the 2nd. So if you want to hop on that, then go apply at www.tillystorm.com/sensually-embodied-woman and stop censoring yourself today and get liberated, hot mama.